I think the hardest part about Ramadan in 2020 is that we won't be able to celebrate it in the way we're accustomed to during and after. And for me personally, Ramadan has always been slower than normal life, so I didn't really mind how slow it got this year. But in previous years, I always knew that at the end there was going to be a big celebration and I could get together with family and friends. And then afterwards, I'd be able to go out, hang out with friends, eat while the sun's up. And that's just not going to happen this year. Except for the eating while the sun's out part. That I'll still be able to do. So my schedule is split into four 4-hour blocks. I start at 4 a.m., I go downstairs, I make myself breakfast, or seri, or sahur. There's different names for it in different languages. It's basically the meal that you eat before you start your fast. And then I will read Fajr, our morning prayer, and then head upstairs, probably journal for a bit, maybe read a little bit, and then head to bed by 8 a.m. Now my goal is to wake up by 3 p.m. However, this month I've been failing at that miserably. I definitely go to sleep way past 3 p.m. But 3 is the goal. By 4 p.m. I'm up and pretty much starting my day. I'll sit down and write videos like this one. I'll research a topic that I'm interested in learning, or I'll simply read. And then we break our fast a little bit past 8 p.m. and then immediately after pray our sunset prayer, which is Maghrib, and then immediately after that have dinner. After that, I'll come back to my room, I'll chill here for about 30 to 45 minutes, and then head back downstairs to read Isha, our final prayer of the day, and then Tarawih. Tarawih is sort of a optional bonus prayer that only happens during Ramadan. That's the best way I can describe it. And it's usually pretty lengthy. It lasts sometimes from an hour to 2 hours, depending on whoever's leading it. But because I'm the one that's leading it at home, and due to my limited knowledge of the Quran, it probably lasts only 30 to 45 minutes max. And by the time this is all over, I come back upstairs and have until 4 a.m. to do whatever work that needs to get done, which I don't usually do. It's a strange schedule, and historically I've been pretty unproductive during Ramadan, but add quarantine and social distancing, it's much worse. Despite everything, what this pandemic has done for myself, and maybe you feel the same way, is that it's allowed me to simplify various aspects of my life into things that truly matter. I've seen a lot of people complain about how social distancing has ruined their Ramadan plans of hanging out with their community at the mosque or going to IHOP for seri at 4 a.m. But that's not what Ramadan is all about. It's about you and the state of your spiritual well-being. Take it like a physical exam, only we're looking at everything but the physical. It's the time for us to sit down and reflect on how connected or disconnected we are with our faith, and what habits we can create or change that will allow us to correct course. At its core, I believe that's what Ramadan is all about. It allows us to hit a reset button and to take a look at what truly matters when it comes to our faith and how we practice it. Now, I've only left once during this past month, and that was just to send food to a family friend's house. And because of that, I've been able to focus my day around my prayers and reading the Quran. I've been very diligent with my prayers. I have a newfound respect for imams and hafizes all around the world that have to lead Tarawih every single year. I mean, even with my limited knowledge and how short my Tarawihs were, it was still difficult to do that every single night. The one thing that I'm most proud of is that I've finished reading the entire Quran with a week left in the month. That is something that I try to do every year and fail. I get 1/3 of the way, halfway, 2/3 of the way, but every single year I'm not able to do it. And that's usually because I'm going out to hang out with friends for iftar, or I have something else to do and I just don't do it. But this year, due to social distancing and quarantine, I've been able to do it with ease, alhamdulillah. So even with everything that's been taken from this month, this is probably the most successful Ramadan I've had in a long time. In these last few days of Ramadan and beyond, I urge you to try to take out the excess from your life and focus on what's important. You'd be surprised what you'd find. To anyone who's struggling through this pandemic, keep your chins up. We'll get through this. To all my Muslims watching, I wish you the very best in these last few days of Ramadan, and I wish you a very early Eid Mubarak.